Hello and welcome to my review of the Necrons Plasmancer unit from the Warhammer 40,000 INDOMITUS box set. It's a strange new unit for Necrons. I've never seen anything like it before. Basically a unit that's capable of wielding energy as a weapon rather than needing to bind it into other forms, and it includes ribbons of plasmic elements ripple all over the living metal bodies. They've got a decent shooting attack, quite dangerous, but it's short range, and they do have a melee attack as well, but it is only one attack. The main reason why you'd get one is their abilities. They've got a couple of nice aura abilities, so we'll get to those later on in the rules review part of the video. But firstly, let's have a look at this little guy. So here he is. He's pretty tall, pretty thin. He's the third tallest model unit in the kit. He's flying about. He doesn't really have any legs. It's a bit strange, isn't it, how he's hovering about the battlefield? But look, he's got this kind of spine tail thing that arches up into his body. He's got a really long goatee type beard, chin. He's got this plasmic lance thing. He's got a load of chain metal workings going on, and like a chain cloak and a little power plant pack thing with a load of these energy reservoirs, and he's just pointing his finger that he's going to go that way, or he's about to discharge something over there. I'm not sure, but quite a spooky, weird kind of unit character. I love him. I like the hole in this skull on the base. If you can see that, there's a hole in the skull. That's a nice attention to detail. And then you've got a scarab just chilling out, basking in the warm glow of his energies, I guess. Anyway, so there he is. I mean, if we just enhance, we can see some of the detail there. Look at that. There's the skull and the scarab. Yeah, interesting looking model. I haven't really seen anything like this. I was expecting like long legs as well, but no, there's nothing. He's just floating about. So there we go. Let's go through some size comparisons then. So straight away, the first size comparison I want to make is with another HQ choice, and that is the Necron Overlord. He's taller than a Necron Overlord, everybody. Necron Overlord is, you know, one of the tallest models in the sets, but he's taller than that. Necron Warrior, of course, he's going to be taller than one of those. He hovers above even a normal Necron Warrior. The Scorpec Lord, though, does pip him to the post in height, except for the Plasmancer. The weapon is still taller than the Scorpec Lord, but yeah, overall height, he's a little bit shorter than the Scorpec there. However, comparing him to the Canoptek Reanimator, which for some reason I left out of some of the other size comparisons, but I guess because he's one of the tallest models, I should really include him now. But that's where he stands compared to the Reanimator model. So yeah, the Reanimator model is the tallest model in the set, but there are going to be much bigger and taller models coming for Necrons in the not too distant future. Speaking of which, it wouldn't be a Super Saiyan review unless I put a very large model into the picture, and this is the Necron Sereptek heavy construct, and that's where it stands near the Plasmancer. Plasmancer is, yeah, the plasmic lance is past the third notch on his leg, but the body itself isn't past the third notch. So that's where he sort of measures up compared to a heavy construct. And then I'll compare him to the tallest HQ unit, or the tallest unit actually, in the Primaris Force, which is just the captain. He's taller than the captain pretty much completely, even past the Iron Halo thing. So hopefully that helps. One of these sort of like additional HQ units is taller than the tallest Primaris unit there. And then compared to the three usual suspects I compare models to, we've got the normal Space Marine, the Plasmancer, and then Slimarbo. And as you can see there, the Plasmancer towers above a normal Space Marine. He towers above a normal Primaris, of course, and he just looks like a skyscraper next to Slimarbo, obviously. So yeah, if you've got an Imperial Guard army or something that has a lot of troops in it, doesn't have many tanks, I don't know why you wouldn't have lots of tanks in your Imperial Guard army, but he is going to be one of the tallest units on the battlefield, especially if you have, you know, Illuminor Seraz in there as well. He does go quite well with him. They do share a few aesthetics, especially the chin and, you know, the kind of mage-like effects that are going on with them both. Okay, so this is my part of the review where I will go through all of his rules. He's a brand new unit model for Necrons, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to how to use him and how to best use him and how effective he is. What I will say is that he is a power points cost of a 4. He counts as an HQ choice. His stat line reads movement of 5 inches, weapon skill and ballistic skill are both 3+, strength and toughness and wounds are all 4. He's only got 1 attack, but his leadership is 10 and his save is 4+. The model is equipped with a plasmic lance. Now it has 2 weapon profiles, a shooting and a melee profile. Both a shooting and a melee profile. So the shooting attack is a range 18 inch, assault D3, strength 7, AP 3 and a damage of 2. That's lovely. You know, it's lovely in that you could only get 1 shot, but hey, when you pull off 3 shots, that's going to be very nice. The only downside is it is ballistic skill of 3+ though, and it is a short range weapon, but it's got a very decent armor penetration and damage. The other profile is the melee profile, and that is the strength of the user, which is unfortunately only 4, but again, the armor penetration is -3 and damage of 2. So if he does get in close combat for whatever reason, he does have 1 attack, and that attack, if it does connect with his weapon skill 3+, it has the potential of doing a fair bit of damage. Abilities: Living Metal, Living Lightning. This is an aura ability. At the start of your fight phase, roll 1d6 for each enemy unit within 6 inches of this model. On a 4+, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. That's definitely one of the main reasons why you want to get him in combat. He may not last very long because he's only got 4 wounds and only a save of 4+ and a toughness of 4, but he does have a 50-50 chance that an enemy unit can suffer a mortal wound. Brilliant. And then the other ability is Harbinger of Destruction. At the end of your movement phase, if this model has not advanced or fallen back, you can select the nearest visible enemy unit within 18 inches. If you do, roll 3d6s. For each dice result of 4+, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Even better. So at the end of the movement phase, anybody that's visible to him within 18 inches, you roll in your 3d6, and then you got 50-50 chance with all of those. That unit is suffering those mortal wounds. So he is a mortal wound giver in terms of getting him in combat, and also got that 18-inch range of blasting out those energies. The keywords: Necrons, Infantry, Character, Fly, Cryptek and Plasmancer. Now the only thing I would have added to make him better is maybe another ability, and probably I would have given him 3 attacks rather than just the 1. But I think his save is fair. You know, his save is the same as a Necron Warrior. I can't see why his save would be a 3+ from the Scorpek Lord or even the Overlord. I think the rest of his stat line is fair. Just that 1 attack, I would have preferred 2 or maybe 3. But his abilities do go some way in making up for that shortcoming. What do you guys think of the Plasmancer? I think he's a cool looking model. I would have liked a larger one, maybe like a Plasmancer Lord. Giving Games Workshop ideas now, aren't I? But yeah, I would have liked like a bigger one that can channel all of these energies, that has more attacks, that's got better strength and toughness and all those lovely things, and an invulnerable save. I just would like a bigger Plasmancer. Like, as I say, a Plasmancer Lord. Maybe that's coming, who knows. But what do you guys think of him? Please do put it in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The flesh is weak.